All right, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're going to have some fun getting to play Ark of Hunger. I have a couple of different ideas I want to showcase on the channel with this card at some point, but we're going to start here. And I also want to give credit to I believe the username was Bearded Husky, if I'm not mistaken. It's the only person I could find who had anything similar to this deck. So, credit for, swapping some ideas there. But let's hop in and see what this looks like. So we're going to start with some seam rip because we got to deal with the early aggro stuff and some get lost. Partially because we need to be able to get rid of enchantments in case our opponent has something like a Rest in Peace, for example, because we're going to be playing things like Aftermath Analysts, because our goal is going to be to get all these lands out of the graveyard and use that to trigger the Ark of Hunger. Then we have Badger Mole Cub, because this can also just ramp up our mana and help us out. Dredger's Insight, this puts stuffs in the graveyard and can also help us get creatures, which is nice. We have Esper Origins, which also can be played out of the graveyard, so we like that. One of the Scouring Storm Soul or the Sandman in paper, but yeah, this is just good. It can return itself, it can return another land, kind of fits the whole game plan. Of course, I still Explorer, so we can just reuse lands out of our graveyard, triggering the Ark of Hunger. Well, I've said the name a bunch of times. You know what the Ark of Hunger is. It's 4 mana, it's an artifact, and when one or more cards leave your graveyard, this artifact deals 1 damage to each opponent and you gain 1 life. You also can mill a card and then play that card that turn. Also, to get stuff out of a graveyard, we can play Summon Titan. This is a way that we can mill things and then return all the lands from our graveyard, which is pretty awesome. And it can give something trample in a pinch just to try to win the game. We also have Lumra, which can return all the lands after we mill 4, so that can help too. And if that's not enough, we have World Soul's Rage that we can deal damage and then put all those lands on the battlefield as well. So we have a few different ways to win, even if the Ark itself doesn't get to do what it needs to do. But like always, as a reminder, if you like this deck or any of our other decks or our budget decks or whatever, and you want to buy them, check out Tales of Adventure. It's toamagic.com. And if you use my code DRAGON, it's just DRAGN, that'll save you 5% on top of whatever you want to buy over there. So go save money, support the channel. That all being said, let's go see how hungry this Ark is. Okay, I think we keep this. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure how we're going to beat some decks, but I guess it's fine. I guess I should have played either of the other lands first. That would have made more sense. Let's try Esper Origins. If they counter it, that's fine. We can play this out of the graveyard later anyway. They're letting us scry. We have a Badger Mole and a land. We kind of like both of these, actually. So let's just put them in that order. And the opponent's probably going to draw a card or something here. All I'm trying to discern is which Izzet deck is this. Oh, well, apparently one that's going to deal 3 to our face. Didn't know that was a thing. That's literally the first time I've had that card cast against us. Flow state, sure, you got it. Funny thing is, I'm kind of priced into playing the Cub because we really don't want to play Aftermath Analysts and lose the land. Though now, this kind of works. Let's go Cub. And I don't really want to play Aftermath Analysts because we can set up the Ark. So let's just go ahead and use this to get rid of their token. Keep any pressure off of us that we can. What you want to do, opponent? What you want to do? Sure. You know what's funny? Like, as good as that play is, I feel like so often I see people do that, and it feels like it just doesn't do much of anything. No block. How do we want to deal with the Stallion? We could spin 3 to get rid of it, or we could just play Esper Origins and make them bounce it. Don't have any lands in the graveyard, so I still Explore doesn't do anything. Kind of a tough spot. Also, I don't know what all else they're playing, which is kind of weird. I think I'm just going to go for the Esper Origins. Let's put one in the graveyard. And then we'll just draw this one. Which is fine. And then I'll attack, because I'm not blocking with Badgermole Cub anyway. I mean, I guess I could put like a second Stallion and a spell and whatever, and we think about blocking, but not really. Sure, you got it. Yeah, see, I figured something like that was coming. But that works out for us, so we're not even mad about that. Sure. So all that, so we take 5. That seems like a lot of work on their part to not get a lot, but okay. So, here's what we can do. We can play Icetail Explorer, then we can play a land, fetch a basic, because we still have planes we haven't gotten, and then fetch another land, and I think then we just get rid of the Stallion, is our gameplay. Nice. And then that starts to let us set up the Ark pretty well, too, if we can survive to that point. Which I think we can. No guarantees, obviously. Oh, lost one of our removal spells, which sucks. The opponent only has 1 card left. I have white, I have red. We don't really need more than 1 of each, so yeah, sure. And let's use that to get rid of this. Alright. No attacks. We might need to block, though that's okay. They're going to tap something down? Sure. That works. Might as well use the maps. Yeah, I was going to say, go in on it. So this works out well, because now we can Arc and start getting lands out of the yard and still play like Aftermath Analyst. And then we should be okay after that. Alright. I say that. We are at 8, so we gotta be a little careful. Oh, well, Seam Rip helps. So let's go Arc. Play the Passage. Trigger. Gain a life. Go digging. Get another basic. And before I forget, whoa, well, I guess it doesn't matter. They both make white. Go ahead and remove that. Go ahead and play an Aftermath Analyst. Oh, that's cool too. Yeah, let's just go ahead and play the Fable Passage. Why not? We get another point out of it, so it's worth it. And then a forest is fine. And I could mill something, but there's not much point. You got it. Opt. You got it. They're going to get to draw. They could still return a card. So they'd have mana to do a few things here. All right. So they bottomed, draw a card. Oh, I think they're like, how do I get rid of this Aftermath Analyst? That might be their priority here. I wouldn't blame them. Gonna shoot the Analyst, tap our Icetail Explorer. Makes a lot of sense. I mean, looks like something I would do. Yeah, so we go to 7. I mean, That doesn't really put us at risk. It keeps us from doing the silly things we wanted to do, but that's mostly fine. Let's go ahead and get the last of the basics out of the deck. Well, let's not flip all of our winners now, deck. How many lands do we have? 4, 8? We could have 9? Hey, that'd be the perfect number. Look at that. How convenient. And the fun part is, we're getting to drain the opponent. Uh-oh, we drew one of our basics. Hopefully we had 2 left. There's another mountain in there, right? Yeah, okay. That works. Alright, now we're in pretty good shape. So we go up to 2. Ooh, a second Ark. I'll take that. Fantastic. And then I'm going to go ahead and just get a little extra life and an extra body here. We'll return one of these. All right, so we're up to 12. We played our land for the turn. We can attack. If they find a way to get us, they find a way to get us. But now they're having to worry about blocking. Yep. This can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. They can't even block the Storm Soul unless they save cards. Yeah, you can keep returning all you want. I am in favor. This has been my problem with some of the Izzet decks, though. If they get a great start, really tough. But if you even stabilize at any reasonable amount of life, it feels like you have the upper hand a lot of times. Yeah, so now they're saving it just so they can tap an attacker. Like, that's the situation we love to see. All right, so let's go with another Ark. And then, let's see. If I play Badger Mole Cub, that'll give him something to target, which is fine. Whatever. I'm not that concerned about it. Then we will play this. Ooh, an Aftermath Analyst. Perfect. And another Esper Origins. Fantastic. Yeah, I don't think we lose this one now. Sure. All right, we have everything we need at this point. Opponent can feel free to tap stuff so they don't die. Oh, you have an Eddie Merc Crab. Yeah, okay, sure. So we attack, and then what? Like, I don't even need to attack. We'll just pass. We'll just kill them with our fun trickery. Because there's nothing they're going to do. We're at 19, and we have 4 blockers. Like, whatever. Even if they're returning cards from their graveyard, we don't care. Sure. It's not like they can afford to attack. They're at 5. Yeah, you got it. Oh, darn. You got me. Yeah, they're just giving up here. Like, they know it's over. Yeah, this is another one. We never were at risk at any point. That's pretty impressive because they did start out pretty strong. You know, getting a couple of the talents and bouncing something and replaying one and killing some of our stuff. And then we just gained some life and stalled them out, I guess. Man, didn't get to do the fun thing with the analyst, though. I was looking forward to that. All right, this is kind of clumsy, but it's probably fine. I think we just have to search for a plains with the first land. Actually, no, probably for a mountain, because we have some other lands that produce white. All right, let's pass. And opponent has an island. Let's go get a mountain. Okay, cool. That worked out. Find us something good the opponent has to deal with. Darn it. Well, I guess we can take a Fable Passage. I was hoping to find some creature or something we could play that the opponent feels threatened by next turn. Because I kind of want them to deal with other things and use counters before we get our better cards out. But we'll see. Apparently, we're going to have to do this the difficult way. Let's, I guess, just play our Aftermath Analyst. It's not really exciting, but it's something. Oh, we just flipped an Ark and kind of gave away our tricks. Only 4 center yards, so we still have 2 plains and a mountain in the side the deck that we can go get. So that's nice. The real trick is going to be, can we slip these Ark of Hungers onto the battlefield and have them stick? A lot of people have started playing, been seeing a lot of Prismari Charm, which is cool. That one and the Black-Green Charm we've been seeing a bit. So not a surprise those are catching on. But this is really good for us because then this means, oh, they're playing Disdainful Stroke. So this is probably one of our few windows to actually get the Ark down. So that's pretty big. All right. End the turn. Disdainful Stroke. Okay. So we're playing something that's Disdainful Stroke and Prismari Charms. This could just be an Izzet control power. Maybe Jeskai control of some variety. Yeah, sure. Dead Aftermath Analyst, I guess. Oh, you're playing that guy. Giga Storm Titan. Nobody plays that card. That's cool. Just like neat to see somebody actually play it. Because you have to play another spell first. Yeah, to get it on the cheap. That's fun. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and use this Ark. Actually, do you have to play it right then? No, this turn. And this costs 4, right? 5. Alright, let's go ahead and mill. No, it's just an escape tunnel. What do we do? Our hand's kind of weak. I guess we get rid of their only threat, right? Then we just play this, so they lose a point. And then pass? Not really much to do there. Maybe the play was to get the other Ark of Hunger down while the opponent was tapped out. Might have been smarter. Especially knowing they're playing Disdainful Strokes and stuff. It's going to be hard to figure out what cards to play around. Alright, you have another one? We've seen 2 already. Oh, that guy. Yeah, that's a 4 or 5. Probably going to be a 5-6 after they use a map. That is a problem. Yeah, you might as well. Crack that map. Is this maybe just like one of those elementals versions of something? Alright, well, they're also playing Spell Snare. Alright, so Spell Snares and Disdainful Strokes. Catching you on the small spells and on the big spells. Alright, let's go ahead and search. go get either a mountain or a plains. I don't think it matters greatly. We'll just snag the plains. Alright, Seam Rip doesn't do anything here. Let's see what we find. Oh, Aftermath Alice. Okay, cool. So we'll play another Ark of Hunger. And then we'll play Fable. Get a forest. Gain some life, drain the opponent. Alright, that wasn't the worst thing or the best thing. It was just kind of a thing. Yeah, I think I should have got the Ark of Hunger down previously, because I feel like I could have had a little bit of a different turn here, since I already had access to the Esper Origin. Or whatever we call the backside. Yeah, you have a big Drake. Esper Monduin, as it's called. Sure. This guy costs 3, so our Seam Rip doesn't do a whole lot. We're going to have to just gain lots and lots of life, or die. That's how this is going to work out. How many lands are in the graveyard? Quite a few. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. So we put the opponent at 10, and we would go to 26. That's not nothing. Actually, no. Wait. We deal 14 because we have 2 arcs. Oh. You know what? I might do that. That could be worth it. And then if we could find another Ice Tail Explorer, we could just win next turn. Oh boy. If we don't, we take 11. I think we... dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. I want to Esper Origins right now, but we really can't. Alright, I'm just going to pass. I wanted to, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. I mean, if they're randomly playing, like, I don't know, the thing that stops a triggered ability or whatever, the creature, that's fine. I guess technically it's an activated ability, but still, you know what I'm saying. I guess I could have also milled for value too first. I probably should have done that, because if I found like a Badger Mole Cub or something, I could have played that and still flipped the analyst, or activated the analyst. So that is a little bit of a mistake. I could have got an extra 2 points there that could have mattered. But what are we doing, opponent? It's funny, you can play Izzet in 4 or 5 different forms right now. Did we stop the ability? Nope, we returned a bajillion things. Oh, it just says 1 or more, not for everyone. Darn it. Doesn't work the way we would have liked. But that's okay. We still got the lands in play, which is important, so I'm not mad at it. It still largely does what we need it to do. Yeah, I mean, sure, I don't think tapping these does anything for us right now. Alright, so we're going to take a lot. Okay, we also know they're going to have access to 4 more damage, so that's important. Which means our Esper Origins or Esper Manduin or whatever is likely to not do much. So let's start. Okay, that's not bad. That kind of sucks. I probably should have used my Fable passages first. Actually, there's not a lot of... Actually, we might have all the basics out already. Oh, that's not good. I think we do. We don't even have basics to search for. I'll go check just because, but I'm pretty sure there's no more. If anything, it might be a forest, but I'm pretty sure they're all gone. Yeah, okay. So let's start here. Actually, yeah, we haven't played a land yet, so this is fine. So we'll drain for 2. Ice Tail Explorer, you are very helpful. Then let's... Oh, that's not the backside yet, though. I mean, we still play it, I guess. Saves it, gets us 2 more life. There's a Badger Mole Cup. Ooh, and a Storm Soul. All right. We have some things working here. All right. And Badger Mole at least makes these other lands do something. So we tap one of our last green, turn that into a thing. Still haven't played a land yet. How does that read? Whenever you tap a creature for mana. So it has already tapped for mana. All right, never mind. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 still. So we can Ice Tail Explorer. These are all too expensive to do anything. Still haven't played a land. All right. We can play one of these. Play with Ark of Hunger. Oh, weird that it had that. Oh, because you get your choice of Ark of Hunger or the Ice Tail, maybe? That was weird. And then we go to 20. Opponent goes to 7. And can we play anything else? I think that's all we can do. All right. I say all like we didn't do anything. That was a long turn. But we're at 20, so they have to get rid of tap 2 creatures or bounce 2 creatures or something, and some combination of shoot us or whatever. They still might be able to kill us, but they're at 7, and we've given it a good shot. And we have 4 damage at least just from this and the land it returns. And if Ark lets us hit anything we can play, because we have almost all the lands in play. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So there's 7 lands left of the 24 cards. So we have 17 live cards we can still hit. And there's still Get Lost and other things. So we'll see how it all goes down. The weird thing is they're at 7, so unless they have a bunch of stuff, they can't really even afford to attack with much here. I think if they attack with anything, they're just dead. Yeah. Because now you're banking on, like, us doing... Oh, well, Lumber's pretty sweet, but yeah, it doesn't really matter what we return. So there's 4. Oh, because they came out at the same time. Never mind. Yeah, land for the turn. There's 2. Land for the turn. There's 2. And then we just play Lumra. There we go. Nice. Sick. All right, it worked. And the dumb thing is, after all of that, we finished the game at 19 life, and I'm pretty sure almost no lands left. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Actually, there were 4 lands left in the final 14 cards. But yeah, that was a bit to overcome. Cool build of Izzet, though, I have to admit. We haven't seen anybody play with Gigastorm Titan in ages, so that's actually kind of a cool surprise. But yeah, good win there against some Izzet decks. Okay, we are going to keep this and probably just go search for planes with our first card to make sure we have access to Seam Rip. And all right, so we're not gonna run a Badger Mole Cub out there, but usually, rarely do I want to just run a cub out anyway and just run it to its death. I'd almost always want to set up an Insight or a Esper Origins if given the opportunity. I do like Ark of Hunger, obviously, but we don't even have a way to use it right now, so we're going to go here. Though Ark is probably how we win this game. Oh boy, you're going to have fun. I mean, you're taking Seam Rip, right? I was going to say, nothing else makes sense. I'm assuming that's the answer. So now we'll just go Cub into Analyst. And if they just have 2 removal, they have 2 removal. So be it. They also don't know about our wonderful Get Lost now, which is great. All right. So the question is, do we even want to get lost? Nah, we're going to Esper Origins here. Just say, hey, you got to deal with more stuff. Ooh, another Origin. I think if we put these both in the yard, this benefits us more, and we gamble on what the top card is. Okay, it's a Fable Passage. That's fine, I suppose. Keeping our life total up isn't a bad thing. Unholy Annex. All right, we will be sure to deal with that. Be on our to-do list, if you will. Yeah, well, you're fun. Wasn't expecting to draw you, and we have some extra mana. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll have 7 for the turn. What do you know? That's the right number. Actually, nah, because we want to do this first. Let's just get that out of the way. And then if we play this, we get to go... Do we have any lands in our graveyard? We do. All right. Let's play a Fable Passage. Getting that mountain, so we have that for later. We'll go ahead and fire off an Esper Origins. There's an Ark of Hunger. We will gladly take that. And then we'll attack. Here comes a big 6/6. Because that wouldn't surprise me. Bloodthirsty Conqueror. All right. Well, I guess this is how we die. I mean, there's a billion ways those decks combo, so. All right, opponent's at 16. We can get Soul Scourge up to 8. So it's 8, 9, 10, 11 so far. Can we do any more damage? If we play the Ark, we won't have any mana left. So maybe we're just attacking for 8 and playing the Ark? That kind of sucks. Might be all we can really do, though. Alright, I was hoping maybe there's a chance we could find like a Get Lost or something. Alright, well, I mean, they get the combo piece, we just lose. It is what it is. Oh, they're blocking it. What? What? I guess they don't have the combo piece in hand. That's great. That was infinitely better than we thought was going to happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lands in the graveyard. Okay. You got it. I mean, might as well crack the maps and attack. Oh, and there's the Bloodletter. All right, that could have been rough. Oh, they're not even trying to keep the Bloodletter. What is your hand? What are we looking for? I am so stunned right now. Okay. I still have something that's apparently worth playing. I don't know what, though. All right, so if we play this, we'll have 2 land. We could. All right, let's see if you got something to kill our Eye Still Explorer. Oh, apparently not. Well, that's good news. There are still there's still a bunch of things we can go get. All right. Let's crack this. Go get a mountain. There's still some forest left, too. Yeah. And then I think we'll play the other Fable Passage. And we're just going to clear out some basics, I guess. Because I 100% don't know what the opponent's hand is or what they're doing, and I'm not going to concern myself with that right now. Our hand is gross. Just like all access to all these lands we can play. Ooh, Lumber's kind of fun. All right, sure. And then we'll attack. Okay, opponent. What you got? The crazy thing is how much life we have in some of these games. Gonna wipe the board? Just cycle intimidation tactics, sure. Which I guess is fair. We don't technically have a hand right now. Everything's in the graveyard or in play. You got it? Is that gonna do it? Oh, a second Ark's really good. Alright, so let's play the other Ark. And then let's play, let's go with this duder. We'll return that. And then play a land. Drain the opponent for 2. Play a land. Turn. And then that should do it, right? Nope. We're going to be... Oh, yeah, that'll be enough. All right, cool. Man, looking at how these games are finishing, a mill deck would be my worst nightmare. Because we have 20 cards left. I say that, but I mean, I guess we could play stuff out of the graveyard. They might actually be helping us, honestly, with all the stuff we could do. So you never know. But yeah, that's actually pretty wild. So a couple of things happened that I need to talk about. The first is I had misread Ark of Hunger, which makes sense that if it worked the way we initially wanted, it would be insane, honestly, if every card coming out of your graveyard triggered it. So that's one thing I need to pay attention to, but it turns out it didn't really affect our games at all, but it was good to know. The other thing is we didn't really get to see World Souls Rage go off. This is the exact type of deck that would love to have World Souls Rage trigger and didn't really happen. And we never really got to cast Summon Titan. We flipped it in the graveyard a bunch. But oddly, we cast Lumra a couple of times, I think. We got the Storm Soul a couple of times, and that was really good. All the other cards functioned exactly how we thought, so nothing too crazy there. But overall, the deck works. And what I like about it is you can kind of play a bit like a landfall deck where you're going, okay, I'm going to play Badger Maul, I'm going to play Ice Tail Explorer, I'm going to play Analyst, do all these things, right? And then you can just attack with a Storm Soul or a Lumra or whatever in a bunch of land. Or you can go ahead and get Ark of Hunger like we did in a couple of games and be like, okay, I'm going to replay my Esper Origin. I'm going to return a land from the graveyard, you know, and just doing like these little things one at a time. And you just nickel and dime your opponent to death. Both are very viable strategies and they worked, you know? So, yeah, is this the best thing to do with the Ark of Hunger? I don't know. It's at least a thing we can do. And it was pretty cool. I mean, we were at 75% win rate with this deck. So will that hold up over the long run? Probably not. Eventually, I'd run into something that dealt with graveyards or whatever, and then that would make the games play weird. But other than that, I mean, it kind of does what we want it to do. It held up against good Izzet decks, which is also a thing, and a mono black deck, which you see a lot on the ladder. So yeah, toughest thing might end up being like one of those life gain decks because, you know, we'd have such a hard time punching through and nickel and diming them or whatever. Though I guess if we could get a Storm Soul to stick, they usually have just small creatures for a while, so that could be beneficial. But yeah, this was a fun one. This list I'll definitely leave up over on Moxfield with all of our other stuff. Anytime you want to download decks, go check it out. We leave a lot over there. But yeah, this was fun. Different than I expected it was going to play, but it worked out very nicely. But yeah, that's all of you for now. We'll see you next time.